different game today. Today we're going to play a game called Detective Hank and the Golden Sneeze. I think it's a point and click adventure game, kind of. Yeah. So, when we get right into it, we'll see what it is together. Let's go. Welcome to Detective Hank and the Golden Sneeze. Do you want an explanation on how to play? Yeah, we'll do that since we haven't played. Detective Hank and the Golden Sneeze is an interactive whodunit visual novel that features a different culprit on each playthrough. There are 3 key points here. 1. Interactive whodunit. In this game, you'll have to find out who committed the crime in the story. Pay close attention and look for clues when you're talking to people in game. 2. Visual novel. This game will have a lot of text. If you like reading books, you will like this game. But if you're more an action gamer, we ask you to be patient. 3. Different culprit on each playthrough. Every time a new game is started, one of several storylines is chosen. Every storyline has a different culprit for the crime committed. And every storyline will have a different clues that'll lead you to the criminal. But watch out, clues in one storyline may be red herrings, distractions in another. Keep a pen and paper ready. Oh, boy. Yeah, Let me find them. I got a pen. Hold on and I will go get some paper. The game will help you out a bit on staying on track, but a true detective has his or her own method of deduction. Good luck. Okay, hold on just a second and I will go get some paper. Because, yeah, I'm going to want that. Okay, sorry about that. Went and got some paper, so we're ready on that end. Now, let's get back right into it, see what this game is all about. Choose a storyline. They each have a different culprit. Let's see. Random, 1, 2, 3, or 4. You know what? We'll do the random. For this playthrough, we have chosen storyline 1. About to save your game. Okay. Game saved. The night is young and the town is asleep, save for a few exceptions. Very few exceptions. In the silence of the night, a glass display is shattered and its contents are stolen away. The culprit knew what they were doing. Guards rush in, but it's too late. The damage has already been done. And just like that, the night continues as if nothing had happened, except for that one event. Chapter 1. Now you sneeze me, now you don't. It's been morning for a while by the time I get out of bed, and same as every other morning, I am a man with a mission. Coffee! My wife greets me as I enter the living room. So here you are. How is my Hank doing? Coffee. Oh, you poor thing. Mary hurries to the dining table and rushes a cup of lukewarm coffee back to me. This coffee is probably 5 hours old. I should have gotten it myself, and I should have gotten up at a decent hour. But there's something about this morning ritual of mine, such that I never wanted to change. Our happy morning is suddenly rudely disturbed by the ultimate sound of doom. The ring of impending work. Hello? Hank, the museum has been robbed. I want you to go and investigate. Understood, Captain. I'll be right there. Honey. Yes? I need my hat. You can get that yourself, honey. You've already had your coffee. As I should, honey. ... How do I look? Like you're gonna go punch some bad guys. Take care, honey. Take care. Oh wait, come back. I forgot to tell you something. I'm picking up my parents for tea after work. That's nice. I like it when they come over for tea. Unless they steal my cookies, of course. Aw, come on, honey. When has that ever happened? Last week. You've got a point. I'll try to keep them in check this time. Take care, honey. The morning has nearly passed when I finally arrive at the museum. It's crowded with more policemen than visitors, which isn't saying much. There are no visitors. Besides, I thought our police force was bigger than this. The museum's director, Mr. Abrams, comes up to me as I enter the next room. Thank goodness you came, Detective. The whole place is a mess. Glad to be of service, Mr. Abrams. Could you fill me in on what happened? You see, the thing is, last night our most prized possession, the Golden Sneeze, was stolen. It has been in this museum for decades. It has great historical value, and it was still being studied by the most famed of professors. Some say it holds great mystical powers, but at the very least, it's a big lump of gold. To be clear, the Golden Sneeze is worth more than its weight in gold. And you lost it. Yes. Mr. Abrams, I need to ask you a couple of standard questions. Okay, what do we ask him first? Well, start right up from the beginning. Where were you? Mr. Abrams, where were you on the night of the robbery? I was at a party, looking for new investors for the museum. It's my job as museum director to expand these facilities, so we are looking for some new money. Did it go well? Can't really say. These things take time. A party is usually the first time we make contact. After that, we invite them over to the museum and let them have a look. And maybe then they'll invest in us. Okay, that gives me a good overview of the situation. Any suspicious activity? Have you seen any suspicious activity in the area? I'm afraid that there hasn't been any activity around here, Detective. Nobody has come here in weeks. Can you tell me why? We haven't changed much around lately. It's hard for a museum of ancient history to find new, old things. Customers sometimes just get bored. But I am sure we can manage. So, you haven't seen anything odd? No, I'm sorry. Mr. Abrams, can you tell me a bit more about this Golden Sneeze? Of course, Detective. The Golden Sneeze is roughly 200 years old. That's about a century before the mechanical revolution came to be. In those days, people still believed in magic, so the records on it are a bit muddled, but we do have a backstory on it. There was a couple who had only one single daughter. They were very poor, but they lived a happy life. One day, their daughter fell ill. Her health has deteriorated, and within a week it seemed like she would not survive. The couple was devastated, but one fateful night, a monk appeared at their house. Though the couple did not have much to share, nonetheless, they gave the monk a meal. The couple talked a lot, and the monk learned of their ill daughter. He would not let it turn into a tragedy. The monk summoned their daughter and held up a handkerchief. He said to her, "Though you know only fear, You will be safe from this moment onward. At that moment, the girl sneezed louder than she ever had before, and when she opened her eyes, the golden sneeze laid in the handkerchief. Magic or not, her parents did not want to accept the golden sneeze as a gift, but the monk insisted upon it. He replied, "People with such generosity deserve to have more to share." In the next moment, he disappeared. The parents sold the object, and their daughter never went hungry again. At least, that's one version of the story. In another version, the daughter drank molten gold, and the golden sneeze came out along with her dying breath. But we prefer the first version. It's more kid-friendly. Thank you for the enlightening talk, Mr. Abrams. Okay, only one option. Thank you, Mr. Abrams. That'll be all. I'm going to take a look at the crime scene now. Let's see. Constable, how is the investigation going? Quite well, Detective. We're finishing up the search as we speak. That's good to hear. What have you discovered? Well, there doesn't seem to be any place of entrance. The thief has been very careful. We found a couple of drops of oil that do not belong in the museum. We found a torn off black piece of cloth. And that's all. Okay, thank you, officer. You may go now. I think I've seen enough of the crime scene. I could look for other clues in the area, maybe see if there's something fishy in the museum. Or I could go visit my usual suspect. Where shall I go? Let's keep looking in the museum first. Let's see what I can find in the museum besides the crime scene. The stuff on display here is really old. There's a sphere that's over 2,000 years old, or at least what's left of the sphere. There's also a canoe that may be even older than that. This stuff is pretty interesting. I wonder how many others would think the same thing. I'm just going to check the guest book of the museum. I'm investigating. I can do that. Oh dear, this doesn't look too good. This museum hasn't had a single visitor in weeks. I wonder what Mr. Abrams thinks about that. Where shall I go? Let's look in the area. Let's take a look at the outside of the museum. From out here, it looks like the thief could have gone in multiple directions. The roof was unguarded, so the thief probably came down through there. Then there's always a possibility that he or she entered straight through the front door. There's not much else to see out here. Afterwards, I was making my way through town when suddenly... kaboom! What was that? Mister, you have to help. It's horrible. A little girl approached me. She had a weird way of talking and an even weirder intonation in her voice. She was probably in shock. It's okay, little girl. I can help you. What's your name? Tomoe, I guess. There was something wrong with that girl. She was neither injured nor shocked. I'm Hank, and I'm a detective. Did you see what happened? Someone set off a bomb further down the street. Did you get a good look at whoever did it? No. Why not? Because I didn't have a mirror on me when I did it. That kid was clearly not who she seemed to be. Explain yourself, Tomoe. Enough with the games, detective. I'm glad I found you, and I'm glad I've caught your attention. You know about the golden sneeze. It's mine, and I want it back. You may have already noticed, but I'm not going to help you with that, little girl. Then I'm afraid we aren't going to be friends now, are we? Goodbye, detective. I'm sure we will meet again soon. The girl ran away, and I gave chase. I saw her run into an alleyway and dive into a small hole. Unfortunately, I didn't fit through. I called it in by that time, but by that time she was already long gone. It was careless of her to give me a name. Even though it might be fake, I now have something to identify her by. I'll get you next time, Tomoe. Where shall I go? Okay, I'm gonna stop the video right here, and then we'll pick it up right back from there. I hope you all enjoy the game, the game, I should say. And if you do, favorite if you like it that much, and leave a comment down below. And as always, have a great day.